The B flat scale, 1 octave, 2 flats, B flat and E flat. Next is the E flat scale, so we're adding a flat, B flat, E flat, and A flat. That's 3 flats. Now I'm going to play that scale again. That time I played D in first position, which is the normal position. But when I play this scale, I play the D in fourth position. That's an alternate position for this note. This is a good scale to start learning a little bit about alternate positions. Okay, now we'll go to the A flat scale. So we're adding another flat, 1 octave, 4 flats, B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. Okay, now we'll jump back up to the C scale, 1 octave. The C scale has no flats in it, so don't play B flat. You have to play B natural in fourth position. Here's the C scale, 1 octave. Okay, then that takes us to the G scale. The G scale, like the C scale, has no flats, so no B flats here. But the key of G is 1 sharp, so that's going to be F sharp in fifth position. Here's the G scale. The F major scale, which goes back to having a flat, 1 flat, B flat in it. Also, the F scale starts way down on low F. Okay, then we go to the chromatic scale, which is in a different category of scales from the other scales. The chromatic scale, of course, is every single note. I have found that there are certain problems that young trombone players tend to have. And one of those problems is distinguishing second position and third position. The problem notes tend to be our E natural versus E flat, or A natural versus A flat. Which do you play when, and where are those played exactly? You have to know which note you're supposed to be playing according to the key signature. A lot of students don't really play second position in the correct place. A lot of students kind of invent this position between second and third position that they use for everything. None of these are correct. You have to know what notes you're supposed to play. You have to put the positions in the correct place. And second position, I'm just going to kind of show you here with my trombone. A lot of young players go out too far for second position. That is almost third position. Second position is usually more in this area up here, not very far out from the end of the brace. Third position is out here. I usually look at the end of the slide and kind of line it up with where the bell starts to get big. To really do it the right way, you want to get a tuner. When you use a tuner, first of all, you want to be sure that your first position note is correct. So you figure out the first position note. Then you can play, let's say you play F. Then you go down to E. Move the slide until the E is correct on the tuner and look see what that looks like. And that is your second position. Same thing for third position or any other position, like fifth positions are pretty hard to find sometimes. And even sixth position, playing the scales one note at a time and check each note with the tuner. Use your ear. Listen to how the scale sounds when the notes are in the right place according to the tuner. A tuner's a wonderful tool, but it's also important to turn your ears on so that they hear the correct pitches. When you're reading music, you can't always look over at a tuner to see if a note's right. Sometimes they're really fast. But you should always have your ears on, so that you're always listening to be sure that you're playing in tune with the other notes that you play and with the people around you. Moving to a different point, I want to emphasize the importance of a good tone. If your tone isn't good, then that's always going to be one strike against you. It's the typical thing. Good posture so that you can breathe correctly. When we breathe into our horn, we want the air to flow through. Fill it up with air. We want to have your mouth open. Oh, don't close your teeth. Think those kind of syllables while you're playing. Don't vocalize them, but have your mouth as open as it can be and still have a good embouchure. The tongue should be relaxed. The final bonus point that I'd like to make, and that is moving your slide. Let's say you're working on your scale slowly. You should practice moving your slide to the next place quickly and accurately, because that's how your arm is going to learn where to go when you're playing faster notes. Everybody else just pushes a finger down to go from one note to the other. But sometimes we have to go long distances. So you want to practice that and use your wrist while you're playing. If you've watched to this point and learned some of these extra pointers, let me congratulate you. That tells me you're truly interested in being the best that you can be. I shared this bonus information because I truly think if you follow these recommendations, you'll automatically be better than 80% of the trombone players that audition. It's no secret that practicing will help you improve as long as you're practicing correctly. If you practice a scale with a wrong note in it, though, all that practice didn't really pay off. So be sure that you're practicing correctly with a great tone, correct rhythms, pitches, and good proper fundamentals. Now, I know that I'm kind of self-promoting in saying this, but if you really want to do well, especially long term, the best, most efficient way to do that is to study privately. Your band directors are great band directors. The best band directors can only have a certain amount of time, so they can't work individually with everybody's little problems that they may have. So a private teacher does that. So I would encourage that if you can do it. I thank you for listening to these bonus materials, and I wish you well as you prepare for the audition. Remember, enjoy the journey of getting there.